What's good, YouTube, man? I'm back with another video, man. Let's get straight to it. So, Errol Spence mentality going into this fight is strong, man. And this is what we need to see from him. If you a fan of Errol Spence, hit the like button for sure. If you a fan of Errol Spence, hit the like button because this right here, this is a defining moment. Knowing this dude mentality, man, he said he don't care what he brings to the table. So you know what type of timing he on, bro. But the only thing about that is, bro, he got to stand on that. Cause Bud is the type of guy like, okay, if you push that button, hey, he'll deliver whatever you pushed. You know what I'm saying? So if you push that button, you gotta expect it. You know what I'm saying? Everybody know how Bud get down. You know what I mean? So I'm looking forward to seeing Errol Spence put on a good show, man. I want to see him take that belt home, bro. I really want to see him take that belt home, man. You know? But if Bud so happened to be the better man that night, you can't do nothing but be like, all right, man. That's all you can say, you know? All right. It was just Bud timing, you know what I'm saying? Maybe this was truly his era, you know what I mean? But like I said, his mentality, man, I know for a fact he gonna carry that into the ring. That's just how it is. Like, bro, we here now. When the bell ring, we here. It ain't no going back. So I might as well just do what I've been doing to everybody else. You know what I'm saying? Step. You know what I'm saying? And he better have everything in his tank to get me up off his ass. You know what I'm saying? I completely understand his type of time he on. You know what I'm saying? He on that with this dude. I'm telling you, I know he gonna be on his ass the whole fight. You know, like David Avenesian was on his ass a little bit. I know Errol gonna get on his ass, boy. I know he is. You know, now will that come back to hurt him? That's what we gonna have to find out. You know what I'm saying? We gonna have to find that out. But hey, I know Errol Spence gonna be on his ass from first bell. You know what I'm saying? Cause one thing I like about Derrick James and Errol Spence is, you know, they always get a good understanding for who their opponent is. So they not just in there just blindly fighting somebody, and I think that's what a lot of Terence Crawford opponents did. They were just in there blindly just fighting that man. Like Jeff Horn, he didn't do no homework on Terence Crawford. I don't think Jose Benavidez and them did any homework on this guy either, but we seen Errol Spence media day workout. You got Derrick James switching stances while he hold the mitts for Errol Spence. And, he's cutting off the ring and, he looking sharp. He keeping his defense tight and everything like that. So he gonna come to fight. We know how he coming, man. He coming forward. He just trying to take that belt from him. That's his mentality. If you don't get anything from what he said about being an apex predator and, talking about, how he know that Bud is also a predator, but he just feel like he a bigger predator. That type of mentality, you already know. The number one thing you can pull for them is he's trying to take this nigga's belt from him. You know what I'm saying? And I hope he take it. You know what I mean? He's trying to take this man belt. But I'm going to say this. That's what I like about Terence Crawford. Because he not letting nobody take nothing from him. You know what I'm saying? He not letting nobody take nothing from him. So it's going to make for a good fight. It's going to be a close and it's going to be a competitive fight. I'm telling y'all. This fight is going to be close and it's going to be competitive. Or at least it should be. But the simple fact that Errol Spence said he don't care what he brings to the table, man, it's like, hey, bud, you need to be on point, gang, because this man don't give a damn. He trying to take that shit. He trying to take your eyeball. He trying to take everything from you, that belt, everything. He out of there, bro. Oh, I promise y'all. You know what I'm saying? That, man, listen. It's going to be a good fight, y'all, okay? It's going to be a good fight because if you watch Errol Spence, right, and you understand, I've been watching a lot of Errol Spence, leading up to this fight, and I've been watching a lot of Terence Crawford. One of the quotes that I had that came to mind when I was watching Errol Spence and the Yordenis Ugas fight, and I watched it back for the first time like last week or a week and a half ago, and I was like, man, this motherfucker Errol Spence gonna jab regardless. You know what I'm saying? He don't give a fuck. You know how Bud tried to take opponent's jab hands away? Motherfucker, Errol Spence gonna jab regardless. And I believe him fully when he say he don't care what he brings to the table. I believe that 100% because, like I said, when I watch him fight Dennis Ugas, that's it. That motherfucker gonna jab regardless. And we know that it's hard to jab when it's opposite stances. And another thing is, Sean Porter was talking about how he was able to counter Errol Spence's jab and frustrate him and things like that, like the little pull counter thing he did. And he said, you know, he was shocked that Errol wasn't as smart as he thought he would be in their fight. And then he said since then he felt like Errol Spence has closed that gap that he had as far as IQ goes. So he feels like Errol Spence is a lot smarter of a fighter now. And I say he is as well, you know. People keep talking about the crash, he not the same. Well, some people keep talking about the crash, he not the same. And I say he better, you know what I'm saying? I think he way better than what he used to be, you know. Everything look more in tune and sharp and crisp. He look a lot smarter. So, man, he gonna be tough, man. Y'all boys gotta understand. Y'all criticize Errol Spence for that performance he had against Kell Brook. Y'all say, oh, he was losing the rounds. Like, dude, that was his first world title fight. He had less than 80 rounds under his belt when he fought Kell Brook. You know, he got his 80th round of his career during that fight. I think he had 77 rounds going into that fight with Kell Brook. You know, for Terence Crawford, that man had like, he had to have plus 100 rounds going into fighting Kell Brook for Terence Crawford. So you can't really compare that, man. But like I said, I could make another video about that another time. But man,